Can we turn back? Is it okay if we turn back?
No, it's too late now. We're all in. I can't believe we've got KH3 early.
Yeah, we did. That's what I should label the video as. But Kingdom Hearts 3 Episode 1.
And then put not clickbait in not clickbait in brackets.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, just Lance to the Pants here, and today joining me is
Griffith.
You should have just said Berserker and left it at that, and I wouldn't even have said anything. I would just left it. And this is Kingdom Hearts Final Mix for the PlayStation 2, even though we're playing the 1.5 collection on PS3, not PS4, because I'm lazy and I don't want to spend money for that.
But 60 FPS. And below times aren't bad.
Yeah, but I'd have to spend $40 more just to record something at 60 FPS, and I'll probably do it for 2, but for KH1, I'm probably not. A big difference, if you actually play Kingdom Hearts 1, is that has Square Enix there in the original game. It's still Squaresoft, because I think this was, if it's not the last game, it was one of the last games they made while they were still Squaresoft.
I've been having these weird thoughts lately.
Are we gonna get some like pseudo-philosophical bullshit for free relating to this? Because like every mainline Kingdom Hearts games like starts out with.
To be fair, we already have that, because in the new trailer, they do, like, the, if you can, like, dream of a world or something, you can jump into it, or something really stupid, and I'm like, okay. So, Phil, we'll start out here. What were your, like, first, or what was your, like, introduction to this very stupid series?
Okay, so I have a history of Kingdom Hearts, because I knew about it since before 2. Because I was like, at a sleepover or something back in 2005, 2006, so how old I'd be, maybe 12 or something. And that's when KH2 came out. I remember a friend had it, and I looked at the cover and I said, that looks fucking stupid. I didn't think much about it. Yeah, and yeah, to be fair, I wasn't wrong. And then when Birth by Sleep came out, this same friend, like, he was playing it on the PSP, and I played a bit of that, and I didn't think it was that bad, but I still didn't care. I think like a year later, so 2011, I got KH1 off eBay, and then I started like actually playing it, and then I became cursed.
Didn't you get into it from like SGB or something? Or you watched their LP of it or something, didn't
Yeah,
you?
yeah, that's it. So I think, yeah. So it was either 2011, I think they did that. Because I remember it's like a year or two before the HD collection.
Yeah, which you owned about, like, what, 3 copies of?
Yeah.
We should mention this song is Simple and Clean by Tada Hikaru. I actually really like this song, even though it's really stupid, because I never understand what she's actually talking about.
It's better than Sanctuary.
Well, true. I still say that, like, and this is a big, like, twist, I think, for me, because I used to really hate this version of the song, and now it's my favorite, but when it first got, like, shown off for 2.8, the Ray of Hope remix, I hated it, and now it's probably my favorite, because I've just gotten really addicted to it. This is another thing, like, Kingdom Hearts games always, I mean, if you've seen, like, our other KH stuff, you know, but they always have these random intros where, like, you have no idea what's going on. Like, in this one, I remember, well, because, I'll go to my history real quickly, too. My first Kingdom Hearts game was Chain of Memories, like the GBA version, not the PS2 version. And I'm trying to think I think it was me, my mom, and my cousin were out at Walmart, and I saw Mickey Mouse, and I was like, holy crap, that's Mickey Mouse, and some anime kid. And I had a GBA, so I was like, well, I'm gonna buy this. Well, my mom bought it, because, you know, I was, like, 7, so I couldn't buy it. Or 7 or 8. And, I got Chain of Memories, and I played it, and I hated it. Because I was like, wow, this sucks. Because it's Chain of Memories, it's not a very fun game. And then I think, a little bit after that, they used to show, like, KH2, like, on the Disney Channel, like, just, like, you know, like, hyping it up and everything, and I saw, like, The Lion King and Aladdin, so I was like, wow, this looks really fun, so I bought KH2, and I loved it. It's probably it's one of my favorite games of all time, I'd say.
Yeah.
And then I think a year after that, I got KH1, and then I remember I got it, and I got stuck on the first area, like Destiny Islands, and I didn't like it. And then I came back to it, I think 2 years later, and I really liked it.
The thing with KH1 for me is I've played it so many times now. I know like the back of my hand.
It's one of the games I have like. I mean, I grew up playing it, so like I know enough about it, but it's one like I could play it more, you know, like I mean, out of all the KH games, I played 2 the most. I've played 2 probably like 11 times at this point. I've probably played KH1 maybe 2 to 3 times. So I think like I remember a long time ago we were talking about this, but you said like KH1's kind of like what Sonic Adventure 1 is to me is what KH1 kind of is to you.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah,
though,
definitely.
To be fair, KH1 is a better game than Sonic Adventure
but
1.
that's not really a fair comparison. But it's more in the sense that it's aged, but I can kind of look past that because I think it has a lot of charm to it.
Would you want to explain this whole sword, shield, and staff
Yeah. So
system?
in the beginning of each KH game, or KH1 and 2, and I think Recoded has it as well. Actually, you choose sword, shield, or staff. So, and these affect your stat boost later on in minor ways. They affect your stat boost and what abilities you get. So if you choose sword, you'll get offensive abilities first. If you choose defense, you'll get defensive abilities first, rather than later, such as a second chance, once more, that kind of stuff. And if you choose magic, you'll get stuff like either MP Rage and abilities like that first, rather than later. And so I usually go with shield. Shield's usually what I pick.
I've had a friend like who I let borrow Kingdom Hearts 1, and he kind of asked me like, "Hey, what like does this really matter?" And I always tell him like it's kind of like if you play like a Pokemon game, like when you pick like you know you have to choose between like a starter. I've always kind of thought of that because it's a similar kind of idea, but it's a little bit different. I guess it's probably nothing alike, and I'm just being stupid. But you know, I always pick the sword though. Like I don't think I've ever picked the staff or the shield just because the sword's cool.
I always pick the shield just because I'd rather have the abilities like Leaf Bracer and once more like first.
Yeah. I'd say in 2 that's probably more helpful, at least in Final Mix version of 2. I guess we should talk about, like, how this series came to be. I mean, and most people know this story, but, like, some guy, well, I'm trying to actually think of the name, because I actually wrote this down, because I was trying to be professional, and it didn't really
Shinji
stick.
Hashimoto. It was Hashimoto.
Development began with Shinji Hashimoto, and I'd probably pronounce his name, Hironobu Sakaguchi. They had a discussion about Super Mario 64. I believe it was Sakaguchi. Really liked how Mario 64 was kind of, I don't want to say, it's not like open, but you know, it was like a 3D like space, I guess. And he was like, I want to make a game like that. And I think they were discussing like, you know, like characters who could rival Mario. And to be at that point in time, I don't think there was like any character who could really rival Mario.
Sonic.
You look
Sonic.
Sonic was dead. And Crash was kind of going down the drain. So they thought, you know, like, what about, like, Mickey Mouse? Because everybody knows Mickey Mouse. And then I think Nomura walked in and was like, oh, as soon as he, like, kind of heard it, he got really interested. And was like, oh, okay. I remember originally hearing that, like, well, obviously, let me go back into this. I think it was Shinji again who, like, met a Disney executive. Because I think, like, they both worked in the same building or something. And they kind of were in an elevator and kind of, like, talked it out. And they were like, they came up with the idea. I remember they originally wanted Donald Duck, or Disney wanted Donald Duck.
I think it was the opposite. It's either Disney wanted Donald Duck and Disney wanted Donald Duck and no, it was Disney wanted Mickey and I think Square Enix wanted Donald Duck. I can't remember.
No, it was the opposite. Disney wanted Donald.
Yeah, that's why Sora was made as a compromise.
Yeah, because Disney wanted Donald and Square Enix wanted Mickey, and I think Nomura was like, you know what, I'm just gonna make my own character, and we'll just have them in the game later anyway.
Well, there's an original prototype for Kingdom Hearts where you could control all 3 party members, like, individually. Like, it's really, you can find footage of it on YouTube, I think. I have some really early footage where you can control them freely, but they got rid of that.
That's another thing in the original, like, early footage, I remember, because I was watching, like, the original trailer before, like, before we got on the call and everything, and, I remember that the original trailer had, like, the game had a different logo. Like, instead of, like, the blue heart and everything, it was, like, the Kingdom Hearts was, like, the Kingdom part was golden and stuff. And I really wonder why they changed that. I mean, I don't mind it. I like the logo now, but it's just kind of odd. One thing, Sakaguchi, I remember he told Nomura that the game would fail if he tried to, like, aimed it for, like, a different level from, like, Final Fantasy, because, I mean, you know how, like, some people, if they see a game's like Kitty, they don't want to play it. And that's one thing I've heard a lot of people say when they're like, oh, I can't play Kingdom Hearts, because
well, that's what I was put off it, like, 12 years ago when I first saw it.
It has Mickey Mouse, ew.
Well, I just looked at that KH2 cover and I thought it looked like the most stupid shit ever. Which it is. Which it is.
Well,
but,
yeah,
you
to
know.
be fair. That's kind of like, I think, why we like these games so much, though, just because they're so stupid.
Yeah.
You know, though, like, as a kid, I never really understood what was going on here, and even to today, I still have no idea what's going on here.
This is the only KH game which has, like, this weird level progression system depending on which time of day you choose. So, if you play in the morning, I think, so if you choose morning, you level up quickly in the beginning, but level up slowly towards the end. If you play in the midday, you level up, like, normally throughout the game, and if you, choose play at night, you level up slowly at the beginning, but level up more quickly, during the later half of the game.
I didn't know that. That's actually pretty cool. I think I played this around, like, 9 o'clock at night, so I'm probably gonna level up faster towards the end of the game, which I don't mind.
I meant based on your questions, not your time of day. Sorry, that was a bit. So you know these questions now. So your adventure begins at midday, so you'll level up fine throughout the adventure. But if your adventure starts at evening, it'll be, yeah.
I still don't understand why they had Titus, Waka, and Selfie instead of, like, what's the name of the girl from 10? Is it Yuna?
Yuna, yeah. It's weird seeing all these Disney princesses, but we don't experience their worlds till, like, the game 8 years later from this.
To be fair, Sleeping Beauty, she's barely even in the game she's in. You see her, what, for one cutscene, and it's just like, okay. She's like, oh, she's dead. Oh, shit.
Oh yeah.
I guess we should explain first. These are Heartless. They're basically going to be the enemies of our game. This is, like, literally the base form of the Heartless, which are the Shadows. They are super easy to kill. This is the only time I think you could probably get away with getting hit by one of these guys, just because you don't have, like, dodge roll or anything, but, you know. We should also explain this is an action RPG for people who, if you live under a rock and you've never heard of Kingdom Hearts, your basic stuff you hit with the X button, you jump with the square button, or maybe it's a circle button, I don't know. And the triangle button, you kind of use that to open stuff in this game. In 2, you use the triangle button a lot more. That's being very, loose about that, because 2 is very crazy with the triangle button. Also, can we just bring up, this song is really good, by the way.
It's fucking, I forgot the name of this song already. It's like Fragment of Sora or something like that. I think that's the name of it. I really like Kingdom Hearts aesthetic of, like, the dive to heart with the stained glass shit. I love.
I do too. You can't go wrong with stained glass.
Later in the series, there are boss fights which take place in this area, and they're really cool.
Well, okay, I'll ask you this here, because which boss here do you prefer between the KH1 boss or the KH2 boss?
KH2 boss.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think we're about to see the one boss, but I think the one boss is kind of boring. The 2 boss has a spirit bomb, so it's automatically 10 times better.
I've been in every Kingdom Hearts game.
Oh yeah, because he's in DDD, I forgot.
You see his picture, that counts.
Okay, let me ask you, because I've heard theories about this, and I don't really know if I believe this or not. What do you think Darkseid really is? Because there's people who say, like, oh, it's Sora's darkness or something, and I'm like, I don't know.
Nah, because you see him in Birth by Sleep, like when Sora's a little baby, so no.
I've heard that before. I even read that, like, on the KH Wiki and the Disney Wiki, and I was like, I don't know about that. I'm like, I can't believe that's true. This boss is really easy, though. So, I mean, all you gotta do is just, like, hit his hand and stuff. I mean... I guess we should also bring this up too, because everybody brings this up. Original like concept design for Sora, he was a lion kid with a chainsaw. I kind of wish they kept that, because the chainsaws... I like the Keyblade, it's neat and everything, but a chainsaw would have been so much cooler.
The only thing is, like, if they had a Zootopia world in KH3, like, I'd want them to use that design. So I think that'd be a pretty clever way to incorporate it.
They probably wouldn't use the chainsaw, though.
Well, not the Chabino, it's like his tail and his ears. Well, to be fair, like, Fenrir in KH2 looks nothing like a Keyblade. Like the Keyblade you get from Sephiroth, it just looks like a sword.
To be fair, the same kind of applause like Riku's, like, Keyblade thing. It's more like a sword than anything. I mean, we'll get to Riku in the next part, but still.
It's fucking dead.
Let me hug you, Sora. Who is this Okay,
it's Mickey. It's meant to be Mickey, I think. I think that's what they said in interviews. I think it's meant to be Mickey.
Okay, I've never understood that, so I was like, oh, okay, this is happening. Oh, yeah, this is happening.
It's not that spoiler character later on, so I don't think they even thought of him by this point.
I really thought when they said you're the one who opened the door, I really thought about filming myself just opening my front door and ending the part there. But I didn't do it. But yeah, that was Kingdom Hearts 1 Episode 1. Not a lot happened, but more stuff will happen next time. See you guys next time.